Okay, so my presentation is about Karen Horney by Mackenzie Hill, and we'll start with her biography. She was born in Germany on September 16th, 1885. She was the second born child. Her mother was 18 years younger than her husband, and her father was a ship's captain and very commanding, very religious. Her parents were really different. Her mother was kind of a free spirit, and I think that's where Karen got more of her ideas, where she would argue against the mainstream, and she was kind of ahead of her time as a woman. Um, she attended medical school and studied psychoanalysis. She was one of the first women to attend medical school at that time. She met Oscar Horney at school and married him, but they had a rocky marriage and finally got divorced in 1926. In 1911, her mother died, um, and I think she was closer to her mother than her father since he was so commanding. She received her degree from the University of Berlin in 1913. In 1922, she was the first woman to present a paper on the topic at an international psychoanalytic congress. In 1923, her brother died from a pulmonary infection, so that was also hard on her. She moved to the United States in the 1930s after leaving her husband. She was the associate director of the Institute for Psychoanalysis in Chicago, and she was part of the teaching staff at the new Berlin Psychoanalytic Institute. She wrote The Neurotic Personality of Our Time and New Ways in Psychoanalysis in 1941, which was one of her major accomplishments. She also gave birth to 3 daughters, and she was kind of distant towards her daughters, just like her upbringing was. So that's interesting that she also did that instead of doing the opposite and being more loving. She died on December 4th, 1952.